And so in less than 12 hours time, we are going to be getting the new mid-month banner. In this case, a remake of 2016's Halloween version of Toshiro and also Momo. It's a 2-character banner with once more the Crown Summons step-up format. Whenever you see a banner with the Crown Summons title, it means it's going to be the really good step-up format. It's the really good step-up format with a bunch of guarantees, a bunch of discounts, and most importantly, a new character guaranteed on step 10, 20, and a selector of your choice on step 25. But considering how much guarantees and considering the 10th and 20th step, you probably won't even need to go to step 25 to get both of the new characters. Now, of course, as always, mid-month banners usually are easy skips, and I still think this is actually a pretty easy skip for majority of the players out there. We are still going to highlight some of the value that this banner does bring if you do decide to summon on it. I would, of course, as always, recommend to save your orbs for end of month banners, which is going to be happening in 2 weeks' time, potentially a new 1000-year Blood War banner. And one good thing about the timing of this banner, as always with every upcoming mid-month banner, is that because they don't get any more individuals, these banners last all the way till the next new banner. So this banner will still be here when end of month is announced. So even if you are thinking about summoning on this banner or even doing the discount, I would just recommend to wait 2 weeks. Wait to see what end of month is going to be. If it's something that doesn't interest you, then maybe you can afford to do a few multis on this particular banner. We rarely get opportunities to put on a new character banner while also knowing the next set of banners, but with this schedule, with this format, you get to do that. So I myself probably won't be even doing the discount on this summons, but if end of month isn't something that I even care about, then I'm definitely going to think about doing 2 steps on this particular banner. Maybe even the 3rd step since it is guaranteed a 5-star. Well, having a closer look at the new characters, first up we have Toshiro, a character clearly designed for the new upcoming Quincy, Stormritter, ranged guild quests. And if you saw our video earlier today and also the other day when we reacted to the character's grand reveal, this character is really impressive for a mid-month character, and it had to come at a downside, and that downside unfortunately is his SA3. His SA3 is a trap effect, which has a very high chance of inflicting freeze, and the attack itself is really good too. It's 1170 in front of him since he was also given Havoc. It's essentially the exact same SA3 as 1000-year Blood War Yachiru. Since it has a very high chance of inflicting freeze, he does more damage to frozen enemies. Once he does inflict a settlement, he gets an 80% SP boost. He has Frenzy +1, a 40% Berserker, and 20% more damage inflicted at full stamina. He's immune to weakening, he does more damage in guild quests, and he also does have the Barrage SA2. It's a very interesting set of strong attacks, especially for a mid-month character to have. I'm actually really impressed with this character, and in all honesty, if it wasn't for that SA3, he'd be one of the better speed characters in the game. And even to be fair, even with the SA3, he still is. But why exactly is that SA3 a bad thing? Well, considering how the trap effects do work, it's classed as a melee attack, but this character is a range character. And in the ranged Quincy guild quest, the quest he was designed for, well, that SA3 is going to be doing no damage. It's still going to provide the utility of being able to inflict freeze with a very high chance to do so, and following up with the SA2 barrage attack, he still might be a good or even best character for his upcoming guild quests, but he does have that massive drawback, and realistically, as of right now, until this character does release, we have no idea if he's going to be really good or really bad. As of right now, despite that big oversight of his SA3 doing no damage, he should still be a decently good lead. There's not really much competition in the first place, but it really does suck to see them raise a character designed for a particular game mode, a particular quest, and then have an attack that basically does no damage. Despite, again, that massive drawback, I think Toshiro is actually still a very solid character, especially for Toshiro fans. I mean, as far as mid-month characters do go, this is one of the best ones out there. If you are a Toshiro fan, this is a good character to have, a good, fun character to use for the most part. And again, he has a cool design. I'm a big fan of this original design. I'm glad they remade it. Toshiro overall solid, but he definitely could be a hit or miss character depending on how he does perform in the upcoming Guild Quest week. After that, our second character is a Momo. She is a Heart Storybar with the Stormritter kill ability. Now, with that killer, you would expect it to be useful in Guild Quest content, and she definitely can be used there, but she's definitely not really supposed to be used there, because for the most part, she's a character you want to take into Inheritance Zone, Droplet Zone, and of course also Epic Raids. The reason for that is because she is a Link Sword farmer, but also a Droplet farmer. But a really good Link Sword farmer actually, because she does have plus 10 Mind Link Sword potions, with of course the additional 30% more droplets to the Mind attribute. So essentially, she's just a farmer. Regardless, before we even talk about her strong attacks or even her skills, the plus 10 Link Sword potions with the addition of 30% extra droplets already makes her a really good character to farm Link Sword potions. Use her with the Santa Link, for example, you're then getting 15 extra Link Sword potions. But what makes her a really good Link Sword farmer, in my opinion, is her strong attacks. They're overall very solid outside of that SA1, which might be a bit of a hindrance in Epic Raid content, but you can easily work around that. And it's kind of forgiving because she does have a really good SA2, an 800 AoE in front of her, but a multi-barrier, a +5 barrier for yourself, +3 for your teammates, and also a team heal. That in combination with the fact that she does buff your character's strong attack damage by 20%, assuming they are a hard character, makes it just really good in any type of co-op content. In IZ, she's going to be healing your team, giving your team barriers, and same goes for epic raids. And this is more so important when you're using a link shot farming team in a somewhat difficult epic raid where you've yet to really learn the epic raid boss patterns. Sometimes you can get caught off guard. And the epic raid meta for the most part is all about being at full stamina so you can get your max damage potential, and she's going to help you stay at full stamina. And then we didn't even talk about her damage output, because for a mid-month Link's farmer, her damage output is really good. With 30+1, 30% more damage at full stamina, which is a soul trait that you can give to any other heart character as a Link. Again, she has that 20% strong attack damage buff, which goes for herself, but also her team. But then she also has 100% more damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. That right there is really, really good. For a Link's farmer, I think she's great. She's providing good support, damage output, and also herself has a good damage output. And the fact that she's a +10 Link's farmer makes her good to have. Having said that, you can again go without her. You don't always need to pull these new Link's characters. If you already have a Link's farmer, that character in of itself does do the job. The good thing is, since this character does exist, eventually Momo's will be joining your lobby and you'll be getting more value. But she's definitely not someone that you're going to get and then not use. She's actually a really good Link's farmer, and the fact that she's a +10 makes her one of the best Link's farmers for the high attribute. Whether you need that really comes down to you. Me personally, I've already done farming my Link's potions, so despite how good she actually is, I could go without her. But if I do get her in the future, I definitely will use her. And while it's true these two characters are seasonal characters, they aren't premium, you cannot get them from summon tickets, they aren't as limited when compared to 1000-year Blood War characters, for example. So in the coming future, probably sometime next year, for example, they will become fillers on certain selection of banners. They will come back, so you can kind of go without them, right? They're good to have. Definitely not characters that aren't worth summoning for to a certain extent, but not someone that you really need to get right now. Again, Momo is a great Link's farmer, but do you need her to farm Link's potions? You might already have a good selection of Link's farmers. Toshiro is going to be pretty solid in normal content, potentially really good in Guild Quest content, but again, we have to wait and see how he does perform, considering the fact that his SA3 doesn't do any damage. When it comes to the actual banner in of itself though, it's nice that it does feature all seasonal characters, but in my opinion, at least when it comes to Guild Quest content, the ones that do stand out here are Aizen and also Renji. Renji is a team booster, providing your team with a 33% attack, focus, and defense increase, while also doing more damage in Guild Quest, and most importantly, providing your team with a barrier, a 5-hit barrier for himself and a 3-hit barrier for your teammates. Barrier and boost combinations are really good in the very hard Guild Quests, since it does provide extra DPS, but also much needed support. He's really good in the upcoming immediate Guild Quest for the Aaroniero killer, and if you have no good boost character, he's actually really good to use there. Aizen is one of the few normal attack damage characters that you can use in the immediate Espada Guild Quest, and right now, he's one of the best for that particular week. Whether you have him 1-5 or 5 out of 5 max transcended, he's still the best side nat character that you can use, doing more damage in this particular week as well. Rangiku is an SP character, wants to be used against Arankas, has an increased chance to inflict stats elements, but for the most part, really doesn't get much use anywhere. I have this character, never really used her. Aaroniero is a Link's farmer, providing +5 speed and Link's potions. Very similar to Momo, she provides a team with a barrier and also heal. So if you are an Aaroniero fan that wants to farm Link's potions with a potential favorite character in Aaroniero, she's good to have. I actually do like having it in my team every now and then to get that extra bit of support, keep your team at full stamina, and in the potential chance they make any mistakes, the barrier will allow them to keep the full stamina. Chad is another Guild Quest character, does more damage in Guild Quest, does have a boost and also heal. And sure, that's nice and all, but I think he's kind of forgettable. There's a lot of competition when it comes to midi Soripers, and he doesn't stand out as much as you'd like him to be. He does have read Soriper dodges though, so he might be useful to farm focus scrolls. Momo actually can do that too and better. So Chad really isn't anything super optimal in most content. Kind of forgettable too, since he does like guard break. Ichigo is just a decently good SP character. Wants to go against Hollows, has an increased chance to inflict stat elements against Hollows. On the slower side though, I will say when it comes to clearing content. And then Gin, very similar. I mean, he's decently good to use in places, but very forgettable. You probably won't use him after you do pull him. That's basically the banner breakdown, and again, looking at the step up format, step 1 and 2 will be discounted. Step 3 is a guaranteed 5-star character. So if you really want to test your luck here, maybe you are a Toshiro fan, a Momo fan, maybe you're going for a certain filler in this particular banner, go into step 3, which is only going to cost you 600 orbs. It does guarantee you a 5-star character. If you have orbs to spare, while also having a decent amount for a potential upcoming end of month banner, it wouldn't hurt you to do the third step multi, right? Keep in mind though, after that, you also then get 2 more discounts and then another guarantee. Remember, if you didn't watch our video last time when this banner first got announced, it's very much designed for you to never have a stopping point, since there's always going to be some really good value in the next set of multis. In this case, step 4, again, is discounted. Step 5 is discounted. Step 6, guaranteed. Then you get more discounts. Step 9 is the first multi that isn't discounted or guaranteed anything, but after that, at that point, step 10 is guaranteed to be either Toshiro or Momo. While it does suck that we're getting more 2-character banners, if you are someone that's potentially going for either Momo or Toshiro, one of your potential favorite characters, at least on the guaranteed step 10 and 20, it is a 50-50% chance of you getting the character you want. So that therefore makes it much likely for you to get the character you want, right? And then after that, it's just more discounts. And then step 25, I doubt anyone's actually going to go to that on this particular banner, nor would I recommend it. You do get to select the character you do want, either Momo or Toshiro. So overall, the fillers themselves could have been a tad bit better. I do like that Aizen and also Renji are in this particular banner. Momo, all things considered, is a really good epic raid farmer. Link sort farmer in general. Definitely nothing really bad about her. She does like Havoc, but in the content where she wants to be used in, that's basically an afterthought. Like, whether she had it or didn't have it, she's basically performing the exact same. And then Toshiro, as already mentioned, is a bit of a controversial one. We have no idea how he's going to play out. We'll find out tomorrow whether he's going to be good or bad, but overall, still outside of Guild Crest, should be a decent character. These 2 characters are definitely pushed how good mid-month characters can be, in my opinion, but that just also goes to show how potentially insane the upcoming end of month banner will be, which again, will be getting announced in less than 2 weeks time on the 28th of October. My guess is that it is going to be 1,000 Year Blood War. That's not guaranteed, but that's what I'm thinking right now. And if you are someone that is potentially low on orbs or wanting to see what the next banner is going to be, again, this banner is not going anywhere anytime soon, leaving on the 31st, so you can very much wait till the 28th, see what end of month is going to be before deciding to spend your orbs on this banner. As already mentioned, that's my plan. I don't plan to even do the first step on this particular banner, but if end of month isn't 1,000 Year Blood War, then I might just throw a few multis on this banner to try and pick up Momo or Toshiro. If not though, I know I'll get them at a later time. They're not going to be that limited despite them being seasonal characters. With that said though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you do plan to summon on this banner. I know not many people summon on mid-month banners. It's understandable. I don't even do that too. But I do know Toshiro and Momo has a lot of fans, so I'm kind of curious to know if you're just going to summon regardless. Either way though, even if you are even doing one multi, hopefully you have some good luck on your summons. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.